Well, so speaking of tough things, I think many people are excited about the incoming presidential inauguration, obviously. I mean, that's split 50-50 depending on how you voted. But if nothing else, everyone does need to be aware that the South Florida delays are coming back. It's going to be another 4 years of Trump in and out of Mar-a-Lago and Washington, D.C. And we all remember what happened 4 years ago when that was the case. There is going to be an informational meeting for anyone listening at Palm Beach International Airport on January 16th, next week, limited to 2 representatives per operator. But I think if you're in the Florida area, Michael, I know you guys are, that's probably a good meeting to go, get the skinny on how this is going to go and maybe find better ways to handle it than we had 4 years ago.
At least it's the second run, right? And it's not the first time around. We hope we learned some lessons and everybody got some practice runs. Sitting in Naples, Florida, I did look at the presentation that the FAA put out, and obviously the TFR. I will be okay here on the West Coast, but for those, the operators and providers, and of course we fly in and out of the East Coast very often, as most of our industry does, and just being smart and getting smart on that is interesting. I had the opportunity to work on the 2016 campaigns,
Cool.
yeah, we were doing 737 movements, and this is publicly available knowledge, but both sides of the aisle, and I think it was really interesting to see, because at a certain point in the campaigns, Secret Service is involved, right? The forward cabin is probably 20 or 30 members of the principal and the teams, and the middle cabin is Secret Service, and the back of the plane being reserved for all the national media correspondents, and it's certainly high pressure. It's certainly very detailed. I found it very exciting, right? I think it was something like 260 plus flights in a 2.5 month period.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I think for all parties involved, and even those that have to execute all of those movements, I have a ton of respect for everything that goes in all sides. It'll be really interesting to see how this goes down. But as we said, at least it's the second go of things here. So we have at least one dry run.